We are live. There it is. Someone please let my fans know they can find me on mics. Oh, man, look at Texas DD in the house. D&D Auto Detailing, what's going on? Ken, one of my top 3 favorite Canadians. Hopefully you're staying safe up there.
Mike, last count, you've got 12 Canadians in your top 3 Canadian list. How is that?
Yeah. Well, you're all my top 3. HM Auto Detailing, what's going on? XYZ, how you doing? Can't wait for this interview. Yeah. And we got some people here from Colorado.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. I like this brand. I like this company. They seem like they're trying to put more fun into detailing, which is always a good thing.
Yeah. We got Humberto, always first, waiting for us. So what's going on with you today? You just cleaned your car up and called it a good weekend. That was about it.
My dog had me up early. He's not feeling well, so I was up early, and I took that opportunity to wash my own car. That's 2 weekends in a row that I've washed my own car, which is always nice. And like you and I were talking about, it didn't take me 8 hours. It only took me 1 hour and 25 minutes.
Paul Rogers, how you doing?
And I feel good going into the week with a nice, clean car.
Nice.
Instead of working on other people's cars, I get to spoil my own, which is always nice.
I spoiled my wife's car. I did a truck yesterday.
Yeah.
Left my truck dirty. This is what I figured out. If I leave my truck dirty, the wife won't drive it.
Oh, a little life hack.
Her car's clean. She'll drive hers. Stay out of mine.
And you prefer if she drives her own car. Yeah, well,
she goes and moves the seat up, and then she has to raise the seat up and move it forward. And I can't get in. I'm like, I go to get in my truck. I'm like, hit my head on the side of the truck. And I'm like, God dang it. I got to fix the seat so I can get in.
Well, Mike, you got to get fancy and get the kind of car I have where the car recognizes the fob of who's getting in and it already self-adjusts. Come on.
Yeah, but I don't have the 30,000 subscribers to do that yet. I know when people go out, I know they try not to recognize you, but they know who you are.
That's right. They pretend they don't.
Yeah.
So before we bring in our guests and we let everyone sort of get comfortable, I got a little bit of news in the rumor mill. So my good friends at 𝗟𝗓𝗧 are slowly letting me know that a new location, they'll be moving to a new location in the new year.
They're moving to a new location, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty close to where they already are, but much bigger, much more modern, and I'm very excited. And I actually offered to help them move, and then they showed me the back room where they have all their products, their stock.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew there was a lot of stuff back there, but oh my gosh, it is going to take them months because it's so close they don't want to hire a moving truck. You know what I mean? It's just down the road.
Oh, wow.
So they're all just going to load cars and just make trip after trip. And I was just like, but I'm very excited, and I'm really hoping that they'll do some sort of grand opening event that I can be a part of and share.
Yeah, maybe they could do a 20% off grand opening sale, and you can go there and spend a lot of money.
Everyone could. He's such a good shipper, right?
Yeah, he did ship here pretty fast.
Yeah.
From Canada, I got stuff from Canada faster than I get my glove box.
We'll have to talk to him about seeing about offering up some Gorilla Car Care products in his new shop.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So some people are wondering how we do a multi-stream. So what we're doing is we're on one account on StreamYard. And from that one account, we can add multiple YouTube channels or Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever, the Instagrams and all that stuff. So we are able to Rick and I are able to add each other onto this one, and we can multi-stream at the same time to get more views into our interviews.
Yeah.
Hopefully it translates into views and subscribers. And, you know, as a YouTuber, that's what we rely on is the subscriber count and the views. Mm-hmm. And it's fun.
It is fun. I love last week's with Bill from Lithium was amazing. It was so great to hear the insights from him. And I'm really looking forward to the guys at Gorilla Car Care will be joining us shortly. They've been really excited. Lots of reposts and posts about this live stream. So it'd be great.
And we ranked our 10 questions. So it's going to, Yeah.
Well, what do you think, Mike? Should we go ahead and begin it?
Yeah, I think so.
Jump in.
All right. Let's go get him in here. Gentlemen.
Hey,
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
What's going on? We're doing great. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
I'm doing great.
Something here. There we go. Oh, look at that. We'll make you guys even bigger.
So,
Why don't you guys introduce yourselves? Who are you guys?
I'm Jorge with Gorilla Car Care.
And I'm Matt, the other owner.
right on.
Nice, dude. Half owners?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. So tell us how this happened.
Oh man. Well, we used to work together, and we just kind of. I've always been into cars. I love cars. I've always just detailed my own cars and everything like that. And I just feel like I don't know the other products I used. They weren't like exactly what I wanted, and I don't know. We just started thinking about stuff to do, and we were both kind of just tired of working all the time. So we're like, let's try to figure out something that we can do that we enjoy doing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Basically, I was selling cars and I was tired of it. And I was talking to George as soon as he got hired. I was like, man, we got to get out of the car business. And somehow it all started coming together in like December, January, where we found the name, we got it licensed, registered, and we got the manufacturer, and like just everything fell into place. 6 months later, we launched on June 5th of this year. And within 60 days, we sold out of our first launch, which was Launch Edition. That was our first 1,000 bottles. And we sold those very fast. So the last 3 weeks has kind of just been playing catch up with getting more inventory so that it doesn't happen again. But yeah, it's been a fun ride, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's fun.
That is amazing. Like, you guys have really hit the social media by storm. I would not have guessed you've only been around as a brand since June.
Yeah.
Like you I don't know if it's just my orbit, and I don't know about what viewers or what you think, Mike, but I feel like you guys have done a really good job of getting your name out there, getting your brand out there. Wow, only since June. That's amazing, guys.
One of the things that helped us a lot is we weren't really like, this is not what we did, I mean, I still sell cars and I do this after work, before work. I'm like shipping, doing all the other stuff. And I just think we just hit it from a different angle. Like, we were just like, we didn't know anything about it, so we're like, okay, let's test the products, make sure they work great, and then we'll come up with our own stuff, So
yeah,
I guess it's a whole different angle on what everyone else has been doing.
That's crazy. So how long did it take from the thought of the idea to it actually happened to June 1st? How long? I mean, what was that time frame?
Probably like 6 months, right? 5-6 months before we done anything. Yeah. It's a lot of research and stuff that you got to do, you can kind of into it.
And it wasn't just detail products either. We were thinking, like, do we start making shirts and cool shirts and just get involved with the car scene? And it was like, yeah, man, but shirts are everywhere. Anyone could buy a shirt. You got to have real good branding for someone to really want to buy it. And then we were like, what about detail products? And it was like, boom. And then we look up how many detail products there are. There's a lot, but with our new twist of things, it was like, dude, there's nobody doing what we've been talking about doing. So let's do it with detail products. And yeah, I think it was, we got the products and started testing them in January, and we were ready to go by March, confident that the products are really, really good. And then 2 months, we were building the website and getting the labels,
just like everything,
the logo and just everything ready. And I actually lost my job after my 26th birthday, which was May 20th. I turned 26 and then lost my job the next day. And it was crazy because it was right at the time that we were ready to launch. It was like 2 weeks away from going all in on this.
Oh, wow.
Somehow all the stars aligned. I've been able to focus on this, pretty much 24/7.
Yeah.
And you know, Jorge's helping out a ton, and we're just always figuring out like. It's funny too because you can already see the big companies are shaping because they see what we're doing.
Yeah.
So they're starting to change. Like, oh shoot, dude, we better wake up. These guys are gonna make us move a little bit. So it's a lot of fun when you put all your effort into something for 6 months and you're keeping it a secret, and then boom.
Yeah, especially we're really worried that our stuff wouldn't sell because there is so many companies out there, you know. So we're like, oh, maybe it might not sell. We might just sit on the 1,000 bottles, you know, and just use them ourselves. But I mean, thank God.
Yeah, that was why we only did 1,000.
Yeah, because we're like, oh man, we spend all this money and then we might not get our money back, you know. So I mean, trial and
Well,
error.
I bet I'm speaking for more people than just myself when I say I do daydream of having my own brand one day. And like I was saying before we went live, I was just on the driveway sitting with a few neighbors having a chat, and I thought about it, and I was like, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like, so for you guys to make your vision a reality that quick means that you were hustling, you were working hard. And I just want to ask you this one question, if you could dive a little bit into it, Matt or Jorge, because I see Ryan asked it in the comments section. What is the twist that you feel brings that uniqueness to the Gorilla Car Care brand?
I just think we don't take it like, I mean, we're not like all uptight, you know, we're just like, oh, this is our brand, cool. And then we just kind of try to talk to everyone. Like everyone on Instagram knows that we respond super fast. We try our best to like connect with everyone. We're not like, you know, because I mean, people are like, oh, I message this company or this company and they never message me back. They never repost my stuff. They never do this or that. So I feel like we just connect with the people a little bit more. And I mean, we're trying our best, man. I run probably out for like 5 hours of sleep a night just because.
Yeah, I was about to say, as you get more popular, that hopefully you can keep up that personal touch, because I know I do that with my YouTube channel. I know you do too, Mike. Every time you get a comment, you want to comment back. And sometimes if it's been a few days since you've had that opportunity, things can really start to pile up. So
especially for me, I have a full-time job, you know, so it's kind of hard to come back to shipping, bottle the bottles, you know, get all the labels on, like all that stuff. We're doing everything ourselves. So it's pretty hard, but I mean, we're here to try to do it, you know?
Yeah.
You guys do the all-night garage?
What's that?
You guys do everything in the garage?
Yeah. It's all out of the garage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching this.
Yeah, we don't even have a fan in the garage, bro. We're sweating.
Oh man,
cheers, bro.
I have one fan like that's right next to me, and I have another one all on the other side of the garage. But if it gets really hot, I do have a portable AC unit, but that's when I detail though.
Yeah, you're out in California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it stays pretty.
Sunny California, it never rains here.
Yeah, it's like 80 degrees here all the time, so it's not too bad, but
that's beautiful.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
So what is it with Colorado? It seems like there's a lot of car detailing. Like, is Colorado the mecca when it comes to car detailing brands?
I don't know about brands, but the car game here is insane, man. There's meets probably like 4 or 5 days out of the week, and then they're huge. Like you go there, it's 1,000 cars every meet, you know. So it's like the car scene is just insane over here.
And I think it's the weather, you know, like we can't go every day. So when we can go, it's like, dude, we're going to make it worth it.
Yeah, during the summer, I mean, all the way to like October, they're just like nonstop car meets every weekend. It's like, I said it's probably like 4 or 5 days out of the week that there's car meets and everyone goes. So it's pretty big.
And you guys go to them too to help spread the word?
Yeah, we did, but then we ran out of product. So we did like a whole month that we were going and then we just ran out of product.
That's kind of what I think took us off is for 2 weeks, we were kind of sitting there not selling anything. And then I was like, well, let's just go to the car shows. Mm-hmm. We start going to the car shows, meet one person. They love it. They introduce you to 2 people and they love it. They introduce you to 2. And then it's just word of mouth has been our biggest best friend in words of advertising.
Yeah, or just letting people try our stuff. You know, like, hey, try our waterless wash on your black car. And it's like a super nice show car. And they're like, I don't know, I'm try it on this spot. And then they try it. They're like, can I do my whole car? And then they're like, well, I want 3 bottles of this stuff, man. It works great. And then their friends start buying, you know, so I mean, just talking to people, I feel like works pretty well.
Yeah, well, Mike and I are living proof as well that, you know, you put yourself out there, you try to get to know and connect with as many people as possible. And next thing you know, things are happening. So it sounds like things are really happening for you. And that's really great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, we appreciate it. We tried our hardest. And how I said, I'm running out of 5 hours of sleep for like nonstop. I know Matt's been working super hard too. And just like, it's a pain, but.
Yeah, that'll be the one thing that gets in the way of any future success for me personally is I really love my sleep and I'm actually kind of lazy. So maybe Maybe I'm a few years away from launching a brand like you guys.
I hope they made I wish they made a pill so that you couldn't have sleep. You know, just take it and then you're good. That'd be awesome.
So I follow a particular rally that was just out west called Crown Rally. I was lucky to participate in a Crown Rally back in 2019, and I know they were just out west and they did the Pikes Peak. They run to the top of Pikes Peak. Did you catch any of their social media as they were just through your neck of the woods?
I mean, I saw it on Instagram, but I mean, I didn't really see them personally. You know, I said I'm always working. I don't know if Matt saw any of that stuff.
That's probably the hardest part, is that there's so many events that we're just not going to be able to keep track of all of them. It's something that we can definitely put on our radar, but as soon as we ran out of inventory, it was like,
we're just hustling.
We need to we need to keep the inventory online because we have people all over the world trying to buy this stuff. So let's not go out to the shows until we have more inventory. So next month we'll be back at the shows. You know, the biggest challenge right now is that we're small. I mean, we're doing this with little to nothing, you know. So when we're going to a show and we want the opportunity and they want, you know, all this money because they think we're this huge brand, it's like, no, we're not brand. We're selling $10 bottles. Like we're not sitting here trying to get rich right now.
We get people telling us that all the time, like, oh man, you guys are huge. I'm like, oh, we started 2 months ago, man, and we're pretty small, you know. We just
So it's just trying to find the people who, you know, want to still work with you, you know, knowing that you don't have the huge budget for the events right now, you know.
Yeah, I bet it is like growing pains, right? You guys are like, how much do we order in advance? You don't have a guaranteed sales. Like I could imagine you both like frantically texting each other, calling each other.
Oh yeah, it's nonstop. I mean, I was here at his house till like midnight the other day, just trying to get bottle stuff, and then I go home, I have to unload it, start packaging everything, trying to send it out the next day so people aren't waiting. You know, like we're trying our hardest, man. But yeah, it gets pretty tough.
This is a terrible connection to make, but I've been watching on Netflix the story of the teenage drug dealer out of the Netherlands.
Someone else just told me the same thing.
And
no joke.
This guy was like he had a web shop where he was selling high classy looking drugs and he was doing it all himself. He was sleeping 20 minutes a night. Like,
yeah, I just watched
you're dealing a different type of drug here, and we're all your users of the detailing products. But
you can't sniff these ones, man.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully people don't. Yeah. But you know, Mike, you want to go ahead? It looks like you got a question there.
So, where did the gorilla come from?
Matt, we just came up with it. We were just like sitting there. So we used to work together, right? So we were just sitting there on our downtime, and he's like, I was like, we need to come up with a name. He's like, yeah, whatever. And it was like 2 days that I was like, name. And then I was like, what about Gorilla Carker? I was like, that sounds pretty cool. I mean, there's so many companies named Gorilla that I was like, that can't be a bad name. And then
it was crazy. I don't know if you guys know anything about the retail investing side of the world these days, but GameStop and AMC are the biggest two names when it comes to your average person investing in the stock market and trying to make a change, right? Okay. And it was crazy because while we're talking about building our brand, I'm over here on the sideline investing some extra money that I have, and I've never invested before in my life, but I'm investing some extra money in AMC. AMC's at like $4 a share, which, you know, because of COVID made it go down, and then it hit like $25 the minute after I invested into it. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And then like the Robinhood and Webull, I mean, there's a bunch of, you know, little weird things going on there. And so it's a community that's pretty tight knit if you're investing in AMC or investing in GameStop. And because I was one of those people, I knew what was going on. Basically, what we were being called dumb money, you know, idiots. These guys don't know about stock market. They're dumb. And so the community kind of rolled with it. And they're like, well, we don't have to be smart. You know, you guys can call us the apes, the gorillas. We don't have to be smart, but we can hold on to the stocks. And if we could hold on to the stocks forever, at one point, you're going to have to come buy those stocks back. And so it's a whole community on the sideline of things where if you're holding AMC or you're holding GameStop, you're a gorilla. And as soon as he said gorilla, which we were thinking like, honestly, we were thinking Carbon Car Care was like the closest one. And then he said gorilla. And I'm like, bro, That has to be 2021's top word. Like you YouTube gorilla, and I promise you something about the stock market or something within 2021 is going to come up. So
yeah, we also like gorillas, so like
exactly. And we're also, I mean, we were car salesmen before this, so we're kind of like the dominant, you know, strong strength. I mean, we work commission, so we can be everything 1 month, lose it all, and you still have to keep going, you know. So it doesn't really matter about, you know, your situation. You have to just keep going, and that was the thing with gorilla. It was just the strength, the dominance. And then somehow, you know, we probably threw like 40 to 50 different logos together.
Yeah, we were just on it forever, probably like a couple of weeks. So we were just like this one, just making them, drawing them. And
the last one, it was just like, that's it.
Yeah, when Matt sent me this one, I was like, oh, that's perfect. I love it. And then we were showing like, you know, our girls, our friends, like, we're just like, what do you think about this? And they're just like, oh, that looks stupid. Oh, that looks good. You know, like, oh. So
I always I value other people's opinions, but then sometimes I'm like, I don't really care about other people's opinions. Like if you know and you've got a strong bond with it, I've been a little bit jealous because you guys have the ability to include a gorilla emoji in our messages back and forth, and I was just like, oh, these guys, they're on it. I don't have a RAD Garage emoji, so
yeah,
kudos to you guys. You were thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Somehow it all fell into place. Literally,
it all fell into place. Exactly.
We were thinking. That's all we were doing. We were thinking. We didn't give up. You know, when we ran into a roadblock, it was okay. How do we get like finding the manufacturer?
Yeah, it did help that we were working together, like, you know, 45, 50 hours out of the week. Because then if we had something that we had to overcome, we're like, hey, what do we do here? You know, we had 20 minutes to talk about it, and they're like, okay, let's figure it out. And
we just every time we ran into a problem, like even our first labels were delayed by like 2 weeks, which was out of our control. But it was just, you know, it's just small things that you just can't give up when you see a roadblock. You know, there's a detour. You just got to find it.
Yeah, well, I'm a teacher by trade, and one of the things we teach kids is like, what are you going to do when things don't work the way you thought they were going to work?
Yeah.
Are you going to just give up, or are you going to try to find a solution, right? Because isn't that what life's all about? Just trying to find solutions to whatever you got going on.
Yeah.
But you guys sound like you're living proof that what I'm doing with my students is worth it. And I just want to switch gears here. We got a great question from one of our viewers. He would just like you to run through real quick. What do you got right in front of you? You got 4 products in front of you. Do you want to talk to us real quick about what you got there?
Yeah, we got a couple of new ones. So these are the 2 main ones that we did. So this is a glass cleaner. We tested it quite a bit because a lot of them that I was using were streaking. So we got this one.
That recently just came out, right?
Yeah, we just dropped this. When was it? Friday? Last Friday? Yeah. So this one was one of the new ones that we just did, and then we did a detail spray too. So
I mean, you need that. That's a bread and butter for a lot of companies, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the waterless wash is kind of the same thing. It just has silica in it, so it's a little bit of protectant. And everyone was like, "Where's your detail spray? Where's your detail spray?" We're like, "All right, I guess we'll make a detail spray," you know, because I mean, everyone was just asking for it quite a bit.
And your foam shampoo there, how foamy am I going to be able to get that stuff? Is it going to be thick like shaving cream, or?
It just depends on how you use it, right? If you put it in like if you use it with a power washer, obviously you're going to get a lot of foam out of it, like insane foam. We try to get as much foam as we can, and then if you use it with we have like a little foam. What is it called? The foam blaster for the garden one. That one doesn't get as foamy, but it's just like if you don't have a power washer, it works really well.
Yeah, I know a lot of people use those on their driveways.
Pressure washer is the best way to get the most foam. But it's not just the pressure that goes behind the foaming. Higher concentration will also give you higher foam, like the thick and shaving cream beard looking foam. Basically, we recommend using 4 ounces. And you're going to get a lot of thickness from that. But if you want any more, you could just add a little more soap, and it's just going to get thicker.
Yeah. Another thing is we don't water any of our stuff down. We try to get it made so that it's just like perfect the first time, you know. So I know a lot of other people were like, "Oh, can you water it down?" I was like, "I'm sure you can, but I mean, it's made how it's
ready to use." Yeah. I mean, like some of the stuff is dilutable just because it is so strong, but it's all ready to use. It's not something where we're asking you to dilute it before you use it.
Yeah.
And this is one of my favorites here. I don't know if you tried it, Mike, the interior cleaner.
I have not tried it yet, but I do have it.
It's pretty good, and it works great, man. was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, I haven't done too many interior jobs since I've gotten a product.
I cleaned my.
I've done a lot of exterior stuff.
Exterior, yeah. I've seen you use the wheel cleaners.
Yeah, I use wheel cleaners, and I did use the soap. Some you can do some soap out of there. I used some wheel cleaners. I have the interior cleaner there, leather cleaners here, the tire dressing. I don't know if I tried that or not. To be honest with you, I don't know if I put that on a tire yet or not. I don't know. So, what about the fonts? How'd you guys come up with the fonts? Like,
I do graphic design.
Like stuck out. You know, it just sticks out. You know, when you look at it.
Oh, the fonts! I thought you said the fox.
No, the font. So you know, what sticks out is the logo, and then you can't really see the lettering around there, but then you see the logo, which is gorilla, and then what it is sticks out. I mean, the two things stick out. Is one of the things that I liked about it.
Yeah, we actually had it a little bit different, and Mac designed the letters for sure, but I was just like, we had it kind of like smaller, and then I was talking to my girl. She was like, oh, you need to make it like readable, because I showed her the bottle. She's like, I don't know what that is. It just looks like a little gorilla to me, you know? So she was like, make sure the letters are bigger. And then I kind of told Matt, and he started messing with it and came out pretty good, I think.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good because when I was in school, even though I couldn't really sit there in school for a long period of time, I did have a motivation, which was graphic design, the multimedia class. And they showed me the ins and outs of Photoshop. And when I was 17, it was something where I wanted to be a graphic artist, but over time and being in the car business, I didn't really get to explore that. And that was the cool thing about doing our own brand. It was like, well, I have some experience with graphic design, so we won't have to pay anyone for it. We could just sit there until we get it right. And that's literally 3 months of, we probably have 100 labels we could show you, where like, we were putting like a lightning bolt down here, and like the lightning bolt didn't fit. So we were like, all right, take that out and color match a stripe. And, it was just.
Yeah. So we decided to do a lightning bolt on the eyes. You can probably see it.
Yeah. My advice would be save those renderings for when you guys are big time. And then the collectors will just clamor to have those early renderings of your logos and stuff. I know that from being an Oakley collector myself. Some of the early Oakley logo branding merchandise is really hot for collectors, but we got to get you there first, right? We got to get you rich and famous first.
Yeah, that's one of our plans, and that's why we do the special edition drops. Like the first one was launch edition, so it had a launch edition badge on it. The second one is To the Moon edition, so it's got the To the Moon badge on it. And so all of these things, eventually, when we get bigger, we're going to do special things with them. But that's the point, is we want people to collect them,
That's got to be that would be, for me, if I were in your shoes, that would be the most fun, is working on the branding, working on the bottles. Because that's like when I dream about it and I fantasize about it, it's not about the distribution and the box.
I got the launch edition.
Hell yeah.
It's about the making stuff look good. Oh, Mike, now you're showing off. How come I don't have one?
Hey, it's not coming back.
No, I got me a collectors.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll buy that off you, Mike, one day. Hey, guys, let's play a little game. Mike and I like to ask 10 questions. And since there's two of you, maybe what we'll do is we'll bounce back and forth with you. These questions are designed just to give us a little bit more information about, where your mind's at, how things are going. Does that sound good? Can we throw a question at you?
Yeah.
Who wants to go first, Matt or Jorge?
I'll go.
Okay, Matt, this is for you. Number one. When I'm not working, you can find me
working.
Yeah.
Oh man, being a business owner, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, when I'm not working, I do have a wife and a kid. So we're trying to figure out how to spend time with the family because, I want it to be all business all the time. So we like going to the lake. I'm a musician by trade too. So, I like to make music on the side, and my daughter's got the same passion. So when she gets older, it'll be doing a lot more of that, but really it's just hanging out with the family, trying to enjoy the time, going to car shows, just hanging out.
Well, I can imagine. I know for Mike, there's days where you're working so hard, you don't even see your wife, the spouse. That's probably what she's doing. That's her in the house going, yeah, Mike's out of the house. But yeah, it's tough finding that balance. So good luck with that.
Yep. Thank you.
It's tough for everybody. And it doesn't matter what you're in, trying to find that life and home life and work-life balance. So I know you Americans too. Like, I got to say, I saw a study years ago. You guys work the hardest, right? Like, you work long hours, like almost like Japanese. Like, you guys are always working and slaving. Take time for yourselves. All right. Let's go to Jorge. There's number 2 for you, Jorge.
Boom.
My connection to detailing stems back to...
Oh, man.
Nice.
Long time. And I said I love cars. I probably owned like 50 cars. I used to just like am on Craigslist, like a $3,000 Civic, build it a little bit, sell it, get something else. So I wanted cars. So one of my buddies actually got me into it, man, probably like 15 years ago. He was like, oh, check this. Because I used to just use like stuff out of like AutoZone and stuff, you know?
Right.
This stuff out. And then I just got hooked on it. And just, I mean, I wash my cars probably like 3 times a week. I'm just so obsessed.
What was the stuff that got you hooked on it that your friend introduced to you?
Well, it was just like a little bit of everything, right? Because he just like he did buffing on the side, and he was like, "Hey, check this out." And obviously, I don't know, can I throw names out there, or does it not matter?
No, they weren't names.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's just like yeah. Well, it was like we're in Colorado, right? So it was Adams, a little bit of chemical guys. Obviously, McGuire's is what I used to use and stuff.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it's all decent, you know, but it's like when you get into like a specific like, I want this spot cleaned. You need something that cleans that spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I do know what you mean. My cabinets know what you mean.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just spent so much money on stuff that I was just like, oh, I want to try this, I want to try that, I want to try this, and like that's one of the things we try to make it as affordable as possible, and like just as good as possible, you know, as like whatever we make, we want to be able to use it ourselves and not be like, oh man, I hate this stuff, you know, like I want to love the stuff that I use.
Right. Like the detail, like our when we tested it back in January, it was, you know, doing some white residue on carbon fiber.
Yeah.
And he's got like, he knows like we need to test carbon fiber. We need to test painted panels, unpainted panels, wheels, polished wheels, like all this stuff. Right.
Yeah.
And it was leaving like a weird residue on the carbon fiber. And so
it's like, nope. Send it back,
not releasing it. Send it back.
Even though it costs money, you know, but it's like, man, I just want it perfect. You know, I both my cars have carbon fiber. So I'm like, it needs to be absolutely perfect for me to use.
Yeah. My guess would be anyone with carbon fiber really cares about their car. They're the ones you don't want to do wrong, right?
Yeah. And that's why, I mean, it went back into production for another 3 months before we got it right. And now it's right. Spray it on carbon fiber, glass, paint, whatever. You're not going to get any streaks, no residue. You're going to get the final showroom finish.
And it smells great.
Yeah, that's the best. I liked waterless wash. I thought it smelled the best, but the new smell that we have in the detail spray is just phenomenal.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So there's a question in the chat. I'm just going to pop up real quick.
Do it
for you guys to answer. Can you guys see the question?
What's it?
What junior Prodigo product do they have base acid in it, or it's soap and water or some kind of neutralizer? Let me know before I buy the product. So all of our products are water based. It's not going to be any acid or anything like that.
Even your tire cleaners too, right?
The question is kind of weird, but it's hard to like, what junior product?
Is your tire cleaners acid based?
No, none of, we don't have any. So that was the thing when we were putting our brand together. It was like, if we're going to use a Gorilla, we better be environmentally friendly.
Nice.
You know, we know like that's where the brands are at right now. You know, like
nice.
Nike's getting all kinds of, you know, sweat because of their boxes aren't recyclable or whatever. So now they switched to fully recyclable boxes, and people like them even more for that. So we knew like before we release, we need eco-friendly products that people are going to use in their driveway and are going to run down to your sewer. That's going to recycle back to your water. So you don't want to be putting harsh chemicals in there. So there's options to have acid wheel cleaners that work really good, but then you're going to burn yourself. You're using harsh chemicals, you know? So we went with both of them are non-acid. We went with the wheel cleaner with the iron removing properties. So that will do the color changing, bleeding technology. Once you spray it on there, it'll turn like a dark red, dark purple, spray it off. And then this is our tire and wheel cleaner. This is a high alkaline wheel cleaner, no acid or anything like that. and that's good on anything under the paint. So tires, wheels, suspension, any wheel wells, anything that's not paint, this works really good to get all the dirt off. And, you know, since we are on the detailing aspect of things, I'm sure you guys have heard of Pan the Organizer.
Mm-hmm.
We know him well.
He's one of my top 3 favorite Canadians.
Yeah. He's somehow we got in contact with him and we just sent him a bottle of this to try out, and it seemed like he liked it because he posted about it right away. And I think we sold out of this like that same day.
Yeah, it was like, the next day we sold out of it.
So really, really good stuff. I mean, he said he didn't have to do multiple passes. It definitely keeps up with the competitors.
So here's my question. When I used the tire cleaner and the tire wheel cleaner, how come you couldn't get the acid base version into the tire cleaner just to have one?
None of them are acid. They're
or the
acid.
The purple cleaner.
The iron removing.
The iron remover particle part into it.
That's a good question. I mean, personally, I don't have the chemical background to understand why the iron remover can't be in. Well, here's one of the biggest things too, is like this is in a flat shaped bottle and our other ones are in a rocket shaped bottle, right? Like you wouldn't think that's a big deal. This has to be in PVC while all of the others are in PET. And that's just because it's such a high alkaline that it could start to do things in the bottle because it's just so strong, you know. Like if you think of the pH balance, it's just, I mean, it's safe, but it's on the higher end of safe, you know. So that it's just really, really strong stuff, and we didn't need to brand it as 2 different things, but that's one of the fads right now is the wheel cleaner that changes colors with the bleeding iron removing properties. And so it's like,
and a lot of people want like
we'll do the same thing, you know,
like something that cleans rubber, you know, and this works perfect for like your tires. We want to clean them off with all the dressing that you put on there, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, Mike, you took us down a rabbit hole there. We're going to come back to the 10 questions.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I forget who we're on, but I'm going to guess it's Matt. So let's throw question number 3 to Matt.
Oh, gosh.
What's the thing you love most about your job?
I had already said it, but I'll go back to it. The thing I love most about my job is that I put my all into it and the reward is there, you know? So I've had ideas for dealerships that I've worked at, and it's like, dude, I think this is a really good idea. Let's do it. And they're like, man, you're thinking too much. We don't need to do that to sell cars. And it's like, but if we did, we would probably sell more or have more people coming back. And so they never went with the ideas. So I just kept them to myself. And now it's like every idea I have, you know, I run it over with Jorge, and then it's just like, that's a good idea. Let's do it.
Yeah, and it's easy because we don't have to go to anyone, you know, it's just back and forth. Hey, what do you think about this? Oh, I think this. What about you? Oh, I think we should do this because of this, you know, and then we usually figure it out pretty quickly.
Yeah. So the control, but mostly being able to be rewarded for all of your effort. You know, it's not just a paycheck. It's my brand that I know in a year or 2 years, we're probably going to be one of the biggest detailing brands out there.
No, I love that entrepreneurial spirit. It's something that I try to help develop in students. Some students are born with it. Why you got to be a slave to the man? Like, why don't you go out there and carve your own path? So that's an awesome answer. Let's go to Jorge for number 4. I love this question. This is personally my favorite question. If I could instantly gain expertise in something, it would be, Jorge?
How to run a business.
No experts here.
I was thinking that might be your answer. Well, that's what you're doing, though.
Yeah, I mean, we're just learning as we go, man. You know, I wish I had all the knowledge to already be like, oh, this is what we have to do to get there, and we're just trial and error, you know.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with trying and failing, right? Like WD-40 is the example that always comes to mind. It took them 40 tries to get the formulation right, thus the name.
Yeah.
Like, although that said, I don't need any detail spray that doesn't work. So.
Yeah. I mean, like all the stuff we tested probably like 20 different things, you know. So I mean, yeah, I just wish I had a little bit more experience running a business. That way I kind of like can predict what was going to happen. But I mean, we're just rolling with it and trying to make the best decision that we can. And hopefully it works.
Well, last weekend we connected with Bill from Lithium, and he's a very accomplished. Mike, he was saying he has companies, right? Like do you guys have someone that you can talk to who's lived these lessons, or are you guys just rookies learning it all on your own?
So we're learning pretty much everything. My dad does own a construction company, but it's not relatable at all. You know what I mean? Because he's selling something that he does for work. And when I first brought it up to him, he was just kind of like, it's like, I don't know anything about that. And then, it's kind of hard because it's not really relatable to what he's doing.
Well, there's something about the underdog that I've always loved. I know everyone feels similar. So here's two guys starting out back in June. So viewers, like this story is amazing and it speaks to me. So
thank you.
Let me just do you no, Mike, I don't have to pick up my kid, don't worry, my wife stayed.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, sorry guys, just a little side. All right, Mike, any good questions in the chat?
Yes, I did get one. I'm trying to find it, and it was something about, do you guys ever plan on being in the glove box?
Yep, I'm in contact with Fred to get into the glove box, and our biggest problem was just inventory, right?
Yeah.
It still is. I mean, to have 2,000 bottles sent out is still
we're little
big.
guys, remember that.
Still big for us, but
Holy, did Fred ask for 2,000 bottles?
Well, I'm sorry. I guess I don't know if I should have said that, but
no, that's amazing. I knew there was a lot of glove boxes, and I know it's only going to get more and more.
You know, everyone has to get the product, Rick, when they get shipped out. You can't just have them
Get smart with me, Mike.
They've got over 600. They've got over 600 subscribers, and he would want to send them at least 3 months. So 1,800 to 2,000 bottles.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're just trying to figure it out, though. You know, it's a lot of.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do it. I'm sending them the samples this week, and if they approve it, you know, we'll put it in order, and hopefully by December or January, Gorilla's rocking and rolling in that glove box, man. That'd be nice.
Well, I love that. Mike and I have been friends with Glove Box since pretty much the beginning. Hey, Mike.
Yeah,
it's been really good. It's nice to see that brands are going. All paths lead through Glove Box. That's what I'm sure Fred would love.
Yeah, I really like what they have going on there, and it actually just reminds me. So this is how we came in contact. We did a giveaway. Mm-hmm. Mike entered our very first giveaway.
This Mike,
Mike's Auto Detailing. He shared it on his page, and I kid you not, probably 10 people or more followed us and saying, "Hey, I saw your post on Mike's Auto Detailing." And Fred was one of those guys who had said, "Hey, I saw you guys on Mike's Auto Detailing. You know, maybe we can get you guys in glove box in the future. Let's start the conversation." And then I know they got hit with a storm, and like we got hit with being out of inventory, and it's just it's going to happen, and it's perfect because everything falls into place at the perfect time. It's not something where we have to rush it like, oh gosh, we have to get into it next month, you know. It's all going to happen in perfect time.
Well, I know
it wouldn't happen without Mike's Auto Detailing, so appreciate
thanks, Mike.
Oh God, guys!
I'll do my best for everybody.
Do not puff him up more. Do not puff him up more. He's already insufferable. Look at him. Look at him basking in this glory.
Go, Mike.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Puffing my chest.
You are a true influencer, my friend. All right. Where are we at? I think we're going with Chris has a good question here about the product line, but let's put that one to the side for right now. Let's get through these questions, and then maybe we'll end off with you taking us like through your line. Okay. All right. So Matt, here we go. Number 5. Something I see happening in the world of detailing that I really like is.
Oh, I like this one, man. So here's the thing. When we were building the brand, I really thought we were going to be targeting the everyday weekend warrior guy washing his car for the car show. I really did. I thought that was going to be our main clientele. And as soon as we start selling on Instagram, it's detailers doing mobile detailing or with the detail shop. And they're like, "Hey, I like the way the branding looks. I want to use the products. And then I want to send you to this place so that they could use your products." So one of the biggest things that I like is how tight knit the detail community is. Just like you guys, right? Like you guys are out here. You do not have to be doing this with your extra time at all. I mean, there's so many extra things you guys could be doing, but to keep the detail community alive, everyone's putting in their part. You know, that's what I like so much about it. XYZ Detail, he's one of my favorite out in California just because he was one of the first. He, you know, he's always out there spreading the word about us. I mean, he was using a certain brand nonstop. And then as soon as he saw Gorilla, tried it out, and I don't think I've seen him use anyone else's stuff. And that's what I like so much about the detailers. And then he referred us to 3 other people that are detailers that he's just constantly talking with about, you know, tips and tricks and how to, you know, make the job shorter and make more money. And the product can be one of those, you know, and that's why I like just being able to
we like the
plug in
feedback
with
too
all
from
the
all the
detailers.
detailers.
Yep. That personal connection that, like you said, is going to be harder to maintain when we're, you know, in the big building, but that's our priority. That's what we think is going to keep us different.
Nice.
That's really nice. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. It took myself out of the stream, but I'm back. I missed a little.
Well, you have to come back to see the answer when you restream.
The mouse has 2 buttons. Wonderful. Now, this is interesting because this is kind of a 2-part question. So we're going to go to you, Jorge, with the second part of this question.
All right.
Something I see happening in the world of detailing that I don't really like is...
Oh man, the thing that I hate, like, because I use certain brands, again, I'm not going to throw names out there, but I used to use stuff and it worked great, and then it started getting watered down, and then I'm like, I'm paying, you know, $15 for a bottle that doesn't really work on the stuff I'm trying to do, you know, so I had to switch to someone else, and then they started watering it down. I don't know if it's for profit or whatever, but I hate that. That's like one of the things that I really like don't like, you know.
How do you know something's watered down? Like,
because it doesn't work as well.
I have a feeling I've probably experienced that without detecting it.
It just, like, for me, like, I'm like super like OCD. Like, I love my stuff to be perfect. Like when I wash my car, and I could tell because I'll like wash it, and I'm using the same stuff, right? Well, when I was using the other stuff, I was using the same stuff, and then it like switched a little bit. It left like streaks, or it did this or that. It didn't work as well, and I'm like, well, something's going on with the product because I haven't really done anything different, you know.
Yeah.
And then I switched to another one, and, you know, eventually, I mean, 2 or 3 of the companies that I use definitely started watering their stuff down, and it just, I don't know, it's kind of disappointing, you know. I don't think it should be for, like, obviously you want to make a little bit of money, but you shouldn't just think of profit over like your products.
Well, that's exactly it. Yeah, profits. I know when companies start getting big and they've got, you know, hundreds of employees, it's like profits are important, right? It's what's putting the paychecks in the bank. So hopefully companies don't need to go to the point, though, to make profits where they're watering things down.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a big philosophical one for you, Matt. You're going to have to you're going to have to stroke that philosophical beard of yours. For me, success is defined by
financial freedom.
Nice.
I want to be able to do what I want when I want without having to check in or worry about what's going to get paid when it needs to be paid. I just want to be able to, and that's what I like, is I've just been so focused on Gorilla. I haven't even been worried about financials, and that's what I want. I want to be so focused and so in love with something that I don't even care about the money or anything like that. And I can't say I'm successful yet, but I feel like we're definitely on the right track.
Well, why don't we throw this to you too, Jorge? Like I said, it's my favorite question. Is that similar to your answer, or do you want to add something different? For you, success is defined by?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just the freedom as well. You know, I just want to be able to do what I want to do whenever I want to do it, you know, and I don't want to have to like have someone watching over me the whole time. You know, I just kind of want to do my own thing. And, you know, if I want to, like take a vacation or something, I don't want people to be like, you can only take it for 3 days on this day, you know, stuff like that. So I just feel like we just got to work hard and build our thing. And then me and Matt get along great. So it's just kind of like, you know, when we talk it out, hey, you want to go on vacation? Go ahead, you know, or like whatever you want to do. Like, I'll take care of the rest, you know, for a while. Like, I feel like the freedom is definitely the biggest thing, especially how you said, you know, here in the States, we work nonstop, man. Like, we're just busting our ass. Like, I mean, just the last 2-3 days, I worked like 50 hours. So it's just insane.
One thing, like I said earlier, I've learned about Americans, and it's similar for Canadians too, is you work hard and you play hard. You guys are at the working hard. And I have a feeling there's going to be some hard playing coming up here pretty quick for you because you definitely got the right attitude from what I can see. Hey, Mike, did you see what Chris Morgan said in the comments?
Yeah, I have seen their imposters come. Your imposters on Instagram. You guys have get. I mean, as soon as you get rid of one, another one pops up. I think you've gotten it. What 2, 3? I know you've at least gotten it twice, right? I think you've gotten
probably at least 10 times. Honestly,
I'd say 12.
Yeah, at least 10 times, and it just like we just kind of started ignoring them. We just tell people, hey, this is our only page. Like because I feel like they like the attention. I don't know who's doing it, but it's so annoying. We tried talking to them. We're like, hey, what's going on? They're just like, oh, F you guys, and we're like, okay, like I don't know who it is, but it's super annoying.
It's crazy how I love the internet. I love the internet. It has done so much for me in my life, and I wouldn't have met Mike without the internet, for instance. Mike, love you. But I hate the internet too. I hate it so much.
Yep.
And it's just people like, I mean, they're just like, it's so annoying because they're just like, hitting up other people, and then they make us look bad. Like, hey, you won, and it's like, hey, man, the deadline's not till this day. This is our only page. We'll DM you directly ourselves. If you won, and it's just they're just trying to get people's information or something. I have no idea.
Yeah, that was our fault. We knew when we wanted to come out, it's like giveaways are going to help us grow.
Right.
We didn't know that as soon as we do a giveaway, there's going to be some scammer.
There's a lot of negativity to that.
That's trying to get all kinds of info. And I don't know if it's somebody that's following us that knows every time we're doing a giveaway, but like we're making small changes, like not even using the hashtag giveaway. Like we don't even want you to know it's a giveaway. Like we don't.
It happens at a lot of giveaways. It happens to chemical guys, McGuire's, Adams. As soon as there's a giveaway, there's a poser.
Yeah, and it makes me want to do them anymore, but we're growing. So
we also want people to try. If you don't really want to buy it, and then you like enter a giveaway, and then we give you the whole set, and you love it, then you know what I mean. You might like it.
It's the cost of doing business, unfortunately, until we can figure out how to shut these spammers and scammers down. I'm getting tired of every time I make a post on Instagram, hey, DM us if you want a new logo.
Yeah, we get like 3 or 4 of those right away. And it's like,
why would I want a logo? And then I check out their logos. They're trash. And and then the new one is promoted on, and then they'll have a chat. It's like, promote this. Like, we're going down a rabbit hole I don't want to go down. So let's go back. I think this one's coming to you, Jorge. Here's number 8. A goal I would like to achieve this year is, it's half over. Well, more than half over. So
just to make Gorilla Car Care grow. I love the brand, and I just I wish I could like not have to work another job. It's pretty small, so I just wish it would grow, and we can just like depend on this for like our finances. But I mean, as of right now, we can't. We're just all the money we get, we're reinvesting just to try to keep product out there. So we're trying to get it to grow, and then I mean, the more it grows, the more freedom we get. And then we can focus. Well, at least for me, I can focus all on this. Matt's already pretty much at that stage, but it's kind of hard.
Yeah,
we all got bills.
So does the wife sit there with the kid and just put stickers on the bottles all day long, and then you're out in the garage filling everything up, and then when you get home from work, Jorge, you box everything up?
Yeah,
just us, man, just me and Jorge.
Yeah.
We'll let the wives want to help.
Yeah, my girl helps. Sometimes I'll just put everything and put it in her SUV, and then I'm like, hey, can you drop this off at UPS? Because
they help out. They help out with that stuff, and they help out at the shows. When we're out at the car shows, and there's 20 people to talk to, they're like, hey, give us just a sec, or is there something you wanted? Yeah, they're good help, but with me and Jorge, we're just
so picky. I think ourselves that we
just do it ourselves.
Do you guys manually label these bottles?
Yep.
Okay, how do you do it so that they're straight? What's your secret?
They're not all straight.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, we'll redo them.
Yeah,
we'll redo them if they're not straight. Supposedly there's a machine that you could buy, but you got to buy it, and we'd rather buy products and sell them. So we literally, I mean, we're both OCD, and that's what's kind of perfect about it. I mean, I'll sit there and I'll wait before I put the sticker on. It's like, all right, perfect. Okay, got it. And I mean, it takes time. Like, yeah, sure, we could bust out a lot more if we had a machine, but
yeah, I
mean, moving at our own pace, we have bottles here, we don't have to have that machine right this second, but
we just try to, I mean, we'll go out, we'll just stay up and do it, and it is it's kind of hard to put the label on there. But.
We have these things up here in Canada called decals, and they're like stickers.
You have to call them decals.
Yeah, you have decals. We have decals, and me personally, just putting a decal, because I'm Canadian, on a anywhere takes me like an hour, just because I don't want it to be. So putting a label around a hemispherical bottle, you got all my respect, guys.
Once you do a couple hundred, you get used to it a little bit.
I bet. Yeah, that's right.
Practice. Yeah, you hit this mode where you're like, man, if you could just get it right there, boom, 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 every time, it's just going to be perfect. But you move a little bit, and it's going to be crooked.
But we do destroy quite a bit of labels, so
yeah.
Cost of doing business. All right, where are we at? Are we at Matt?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, Matt. I don't know why you're always getting the ones that I find the deepest, but we might throw this one to Jorge too. I love this question. It's in my top 3. One thing I know now that I wish I would have known back then is, take your time. These are not easy questions.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is I wish I would have known how to get the Facebook shop, Instagram shop, and everything like that set up to where we're a verified business instead of chasing it. So I don't know if you guys have seen, there's a couple detail companies out there with like 100 followers on Instagram. And for some reason they're verified and they have shopping and they have this and that. And at the time, I didn't know that there's certain things that you have to do to set that up. So when we went to go do it, when we got our first scammer, I'm like, all right, we got to get verified. We got to get the shop set up. We got to do this. And it's like, whoa, you guys, you don't have this, and this in stocks or in line. So that was the biggest thing was I know it now, how to get your Facebook shop approved and Instagram verified. You have to send certain blog links. And like this YouTube video right now is one of the things that we'll be able to use. We'll be able to send that link into Instagram and say, hey, here's an interview that Gorilla Car Care did. We're a real company. We're not a scammer, And so that's what they want. They want like 10 different links to all this stuff where they can go and verify you. And that is one thing that I think is our biggest hurdle right now is getting that Instagram shopping set up because 90% of our customers are buying from Instagram. So that means they're leaving Instagram, coming to our website and making a purchase.
Yeah.
They've made it easier on Instagram and Facebook to where it's a higher conversion rate where they stay in the app and they make the purchase. And then you're verified so you don't have to worry about the scammers. And so I know everything now on how to get it done, but unfortunately I tried it before I knew it. And now we're shadowed. Yeah, we're shadowed until we prove, like 10,000 followers, like, hey, we're the real deal. So
yeah, I don't think Mike's verified. I don't really even think this is Mike.
We're not on Instagram now. We're on YouTube.
Mike's only proof that he's Mike is that he tells me he's on my live stream once in a while, and he's obviously paying some viewers to say that they enjoy his stream more than mine.
Oh God!
I don't know if anyone caught that in the comments, but we will be banning one certain member named Ryan.
Oh
no! This live stream. Guys, don't do any business with Ryan. He can't be trusted. Okay, that was an excellent answer. I think this is going to bring us to number 10.
Already?
Let's put this to Jorge. Jorge, this one we've had such a wide array of answers from a toaster oven to a brand new Jaguar. But I love this question. A recent purchase that left me highly satisfied is...
We bought a product last time, so we were out. We were just stressed out. So we were just like, yeah.
You bought your own product?
Yeah. No, when we bought we like put another order in, because we were just out and we were like both freaking out. We're like, man, this sucks. Like, been waiting, and then, we had enough money to buy another one. And then we're just sitting here waiting. And yeah, that was probably the most satisfying thing I bought in a while. And honestly, I really just work all the time, man. Like, I don't really do much. Like,
I gotcha. I was up at my favorite car detailing store this weekend, and I ended up just chatting, and I didn't buy anything because I just I don't know.
Some good pictures though.
I did take a couple pictures, Mike. I actually got my cell phone fixed because I don't know if you know this. Chris's dad works in the shop and he's a cell phone repair guy.
I just used my Carzilla purchase yesterday.
Oh, by the way, I'm the Carzilla poster boy. I don't know if you guys know what Carzilla is, but it's
my shine mate.
Yeah, here you go.
Freaking love this thing.
Oh, nice.
Freaking
So
love.
so it seems like what Carzilla does, so that you guys don't in Canada, you guys don't have to pay the crazy shipping prices. Is they're like the main detailing store out there, right?
He's really rising up. I don't know what the stats are. I know since I've been affiliated with Carzilla, we're talking almost 5,000 purchases have been made using my discount code. And
4,999 of them from Rick himself ordering things to pick up.
Mike, if you are really Mike, that is not true. I go there physically. All right. Hey guys, this has been awesome. Let's go back a little bit ago. Someone requested can you give us a brief and an idea of what kind of products you have for those people that are too lazy to go to the website themselves?
You know, hey, hold on, but while you do that,
sorry.
Hold on. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try
to share screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to share screen.
Look at you, getting fancy.
Oh, nice.
If I can get it to work.
You won't figure it out.
Oh, yeah, here it is. Share. Share screen. Oops, that's not what I wanted.
Do you want me to hold up my phone with the website, Mike?
No, I don't. It's not letting me do it.
I tried it once before. This StreamYard is not the greatest. I hope
oh, you know what? I need a second window. Oh, I do have a second window open. I have that page there. It's ready to go too. Why can I not do this? Share.
For those wondering what Mike's doing, he's trying to get the website up on the screen here. But what is this called? This platform is not exactly cooperative in that way. Oh, what? I take it back.
Bam.
Whose skyline is that, guys?
Oops. Ah, dang it. Hold on.
That's George's.
Hey, be careful with your browser. You're on the internet, Mike.
Yeah.
All right. That looks good.
Hold on, I fuck things up.
Watch your mouth.
I mean, I mess things up again. Gotta enter the studio.
What are you doing?
I messed up again.
You're in.
Now I'm in again.
All right. There we go.
What was that?
Uh-oh.
Welcome to Amateur Hour on the Internet, starring Rick and Mike. You had it, Mike.
I know, but I messed up.
Sounds like he's out in space now. All right, we'll give him a few more seconds to try to figure that out. I had in defense of Mike, I tried to share screen and it's overly complicated for what it should be. If we were using Zoom, it would be super simple. But Mike loves StreamYard for some reason. Mike, you gonna come back?
Like that? Like that? Like that? Oh, I hear myself too many times.
I'm gonna mute you.
Okay.
Oh, it all didn't even mute it.
Okay, so you're opening a window. I think Mike's muted himself, so I'll be the play-by-play guy. Mike is using a URL, but he keeps going back to the StreamYard URL for some reason. Don't be a Mike, children. Oh, no, don't open another one, Mike. No, don't. Where'd it go? And Mike's gone.
There. Oh, no, this ain't working. What the hell I did, I don't know.
Mike, let's just let them tell us about their line.
Okay.
You tried. You did your best. Well, it sounds like an 80s dance tune. I like that.
Okay, I'm going to try this.
And Mike's lost it. Invite again. Bear with us, people.
Yeah, you guys are good.
Mike will not give up, though. He is chasing a dream right now, and
He's persistent.
Don't give up. There's a detour.
Yeah, whenever life throws you a curveball, you got to go down and get it somehow. Mike, you now have opened 3 profiles of yourself on StreamYard. I think Mike's going to lose it in a second, smash his screen like a gorilla.
Oh, yeah.
All right, while we're doing that, let me go through the comments. Maybe delete all of those profiles. Yeah, no good. Someone's laughing their ass off. Love your patience, Rick. Well, I work with grade 6 students, so patience is something I'm a master at. Do you guys have a car right now that you're super proud of? Or are you driving, what are you driving right now?
I have a GTR and an 86 Corolla GTS. That one's probably my favorite one.
You have a GTR?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Those things are monsters.
Yeah.
You've got a Corolla GTS?
Yeah, it's a 1986. Yeah, 1986 Corolla GTS.
I love how the older JDM cars are really coming on.
Yeah.
More and more. Like, I don't live in exactly, like you guys said you live in a car city. I kind of do, like with people with a lot of money, but like the salt and the winters up here, anything older than like 86 is not going to be running too good.
Yeah, cars don't pretty rust out here in Colorado either, which is kind of nice.
Oh, that must be nice. All right, talk about your line. We're going to get Mike. I think Mike's given up his dream. So how do you got it broken down? How do you have it organized?
All right. So
I'm back.
Oh, all right. Back at it. All right. So we'll start with our wheel cleaners. We have 10 products, 10 bottles. 6 of them are available in gallons if you want to get gallons. The wheel cleaners are not yet available in gallons. But
the gallons just started this week, right?
Yep, just started on Friday. All right, so we have our tire and wheel cleaner. The green ones, $12.99. You can use Mike's discount code to save some money. Basically, this right here is high alkaline, non-acid wheel cleaner. So you could use it on your tires, your wheel, your brakes, your suspension, your wheel well, anything that's got dirt on it. This will be super safe to use. It'll get it super clean. It's high bubble foaming action. So that's kind of what's going to help take the dirt off. Our next one is our wheel cleaner. This has the iron removing properties, so it will change to a dark purple, dark red when it's time to be sprayed off. These we do recommend, cleaning wheel by wheel and spraying off as soon as you can, not really letting it sit or dry on there as like any chemical, right? I don't know if you could see the sprayer here. So these are new sprayers that we just got. Mm-hmm. The sprayers, that one thing that we noticed with our wheel cleaner and the tire and wheel cleaner is that because of the harsher chemicals, the sprayers have to be a little bit stronger. So we kind of got this industrial style sprayer with the adjustable spray knob, shoots straight or shoots a spray, and it works really, really good, man. I like it too. It's got a thicker tube inside the bottle. Okay. So you're not going to spray as many times, which means it's going to last longer. So that's going to be nice. Our next one, this is our waterless wash. This is our #1 selling product. It's a silica infused ceramic boosted detailer. So you can use it wet or dry as a drying aid or as a waterless wash. If your car's dirty, not too dirty, you just want to spray it, wipe it clean, and get that showroom shine, this is definitely going to do it, and it smells great. Available in gallons now. This is our detail spray. We just launched this one on Friday. Basically, this is our carnauba wax detail spray. So you're just going to spray it as a drying aid on a wet car or a clean, dry car, and it'll also give you that showroom finish, nice pop. And then I'll go over the fifth one, and then Jorge will go over the rest. This is also a new product. This is our glass cleaner. We worked really hard on this one as well, making sure it's no streaks, even in hot temperatures. So when the sun is out and you're out there cleaning, it shouldn't have any streaks. We've been testing it quite a bit, and it smells amazing. It's like a green apple watermelon infused. So the smell is just phenomenal when you're cleaning. And yeah, this just dropped too Friday, so available now.
Yeah, and obviously this is our foam shampoo. It also has wax in it, so I mean it protects your car as you wash. You can use it in the gun. You can use it. I mean, I used to just put it in the bucket and use it with a, like just to wash my car. So it's straightforward for this one.
Best part about the foam shampoo is that it smells like bananas.
Yeah, it smells good. All that we try to put scents into all of our stuff, but yeah, some of them like the wheel cleaners are kind of hard to get scents in there. But
I'm surprised being gorilla, not every. Gorillas even eat bananas though?
Right? We don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably not. It's probably all myth.
Yeah.
Tire and trim dressing. So this is it's a little bit. It's pretty shiny depending on how much you put on. So you have to put it on a pad, apply it. It works great for like Jeeps. You know how they have all that plastic stuff, all the
Right.
the rubber. Yeah, everyone loves this stuff. Again, it has a really good scent to it. And then we have our leather cleaner.
Nice.
And yeah, this one's leather cleaner and conditioner, so it cleans and it conditions your leather as you go. It also has what is it, like the beeswax lining or whatever?
Lanolin.
Yeah, lanolin for the beeswax. So I mean, it's pretty safe to use. I mean, I use it on my cars all the time.
That's good too.
Yeah, so, yeah, it smells pretty good. This one.
So with the squeeze tip, what's the application process? How would you suggest is the best way to go about using that?
So you just get like a microfiber pad or like a rag, put it on there, clean it, and like it cleans and protects. So it'll be pretty shiny, like not shiny, but it'll be like a
Massage it into your massage it in.
Yeah, massage it in, let it sit for a bit, wipe it off, and they should get all the dirt off there. It works really good. Everyone loves it. Let's see what else.
So did I hear you correctly? It's kind of got a 2-in-1 property, like it leaves it clean and condition.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna put cleaner and conditioner, but it's just like a lot of letters in it, so we're just like, leather cleaner should be fine.
And we like the wow factor. So with almost everything, there's a double feature in almost every bottle. Like the waterless wash. I mean, yeah, it's a waterless wash, but it's also a silica infused ceramic boosted detailer, where some companies nowadays, like they're branding everything as just a ceramic boosted detailer, and they're charging $20, $30, $40. Ours is just a $10 bottle, same pack, same punch,
And then right here we got the gorilla dressing. So this is, I mean, it's kind of the same as the tire and trim, just a little bit less shiny. So when you want to use on the interior, a lot of people, I use it on my wheels as well because it's just kind of like it's like a mild shine. Again, the more you spray, the more it shines. So if you want to do a couple of layers on there, this one I usually just spray on the dash, then wipe it down, or you can spray it on the rag as well and do that. But this one has a really good scent to it. It's kind of hard to. It's like is it bubblegum?
Yeah, it's bubblegum.
Yeah. Well, to me, it smells kind of like.
It's like
a soap paste.
Yeah, like
kinda.
toothpaste.
Yeah,
bubblegum toothpaste.
Smells good though.
That's very specific. We're not just talking bubble gum. We're talking in its application in toothpaste.
Bubblegum toothpaste.
That's very specific. I like that.
This one again, it's one of my favorites. I clean my Yeezys with it, so it's super safe. It foams up quite a bit, so when you're using it on like your interior, it pulls all that stuff out. And again, it's one of my favorites. All the detailers down here love it, and they can't get enough of it. They're just like, yeah, give me more. So it was I think it's one of my favorite products as far as for.
Probably the next thing I'll be trying is that.
Yeah,
I have it. We're working with a guy who does some super duper crazy animation videos, and we're actually gonna kind of flagship the interior cleaner with one of these crazy videos. It's gonna shake the game up, but it's gonna take some time to do.
Well, that sounds exciting. That sounds right up my alley.
The perfect thing about the interior cleaner is you don't have to be a car person, right? Everybody spills something in their car or gets something that needs to be cleaned up. And I mean, there's a couple go-tos at the store just because it's at the store. But if we can get the message out there that it's got gorilla strength interior cleaner, then dude, people are going to go nuts.
Yeah.
So you're saying, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. If you guys have shoes, man, I clean my shoes with this stuff. I love it. And it smells pretty good.
It works the interior. Like I have dogs. So if they run through the house with mud, Basically, I'll just go back through, spray with interior cleaner, and it's fixing the house too.
Yeah.
One thing I've been unable to clean, because my wife thinks I can clean anything, my son's Adidas, I can't get the tongue of his shoes clean. I can clean the leather part, but the tongue is always gray once he gets his shoes muddy.
Yeah, I think it'll work. I clean my white Yeezys with it. That's not work. That's the first time I tried it, like on something else. I was like, oh, what about these shoes? And I'll just start spraying them, clean them, and it worked really well. So.
Well, I might call you on that. I might need to get me some of that, and we'll see if it brings the tongue back to a brilliant white.
Yeah,
well, thanks for running us through your product line. The thing that stands out to me, Mike, is that it's not a bunch of nonsense. I didn't see any graphene infused, although I do see on your site you guys have graphene coming soon, but I didn't see graphene ceramic infused SiO2. Yeah. These are staple products that you're going to need if you want to get a clean car.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of brands out there, but you can never have enough fundamental products that just help you get the job done.
So are there some sun-free or streak-free in the sun products that stand out more than others that you guys have?
Our glass cleaner stands out more than others. That was one of the biggest things. Is anyone thinks of glass cleaner, personally, because I worked at a dealership for 8 years, I think of Sprayway, the aerosol can where you just spray it, it foams, it wipes clean. Even in high temperatures, there's no streaks, so it was like I was comparing it to that the whole time. And my best friend, he's actually coming up right now from Arizona. He owns a windshield installation company, and he does 10 windshields a day, right? And so he's taking a windshield out, putting it in. When he's doing that, there's all kinds of rubber that's getting all over the paint that people don't realize, but it gets messy. And so he's using waterless wash to keep it clean. The paint, he's using waterless wash, and this doesn't streak, and even in high temperatures. And then the same thing with our glass cleaner. So we sent him a couple bottles to test out, and he's like, dude, this is insane how it doesn't streak like everything else does.
And the glass cleaner is kind of nice. When we were testing it, it was like one of the thickest ones that I know it sounds weird because it's liquid, but it's like thick. Like when you spray it, it almost like cleans. Yeah, it's like
a higher
not
viscosity.
It's not just like water. Yeah. So that's one thing that I really liked about it.
Yeah, you don't want it running all the way down as soon as it hits the windshield. You want it to sort of sit there and so that it does its job. Yeah.
But when it's really dirty, if you just wipe it a couple of times, it gets all that dirt off of there.
Yeah. The thing about the sun is it's always going to be our worst enemy anytime we're dealing with water, right? So. Yeah. And all this stuff is water-based, which is the biggest enemy to streaks. So that's why our glass cleaner is ready to use, and we're not asking you to dilute it. We literally feel like we have the perfect balance so that it doesn't leave the streaking.
Let's rapid fire a few questions just as we're winding down. Is the interior cleaner safe for nav screens?
Yep.
Good. What else we got here? Come on, you guys, throw them up real quick.
Let me ask you this. How far do you guys got to go to pick up your chemicals? Because I'm sure you guys bottle everything yourself too? Or is everything bottled for you?
Yeah. It's probably from Matt's house. It's probably a good hour 15 minutes. From my house, probably like 30 minutes, not too far.
Yeah. All in Colorado. Very easy access.
Yeah, it seems like it. It did not surprise me when I found out you guys were in Colorado.
Yeah, same. It was weird because we knew a lot of things about it, but then when we got the final answer, it was just, oh my God, Colorado is the mecca. Like there is a lot of movement out of Colorado, and some people don't even know.
Yeah, like California.
Yeah, California too. I was on the phone with manufacturers in Colorado or in California way before we even thought about Colorado. But because of they have $20,000 minimum orders, it's like we don't even know if our business is going to work. We're not going to dump 20 grand.
Do you know if your third party uses distilled water or is it just regular water?
Well, they were telling us, they're like, if you ever want to mess with stuff, make sure you use the best water you can get or this or that. So I'm sure they do.
Yeah, same. So they told us because one of our chemicals needs a little bit of extra water to it, And so they're like, when you do that, you have to make sure you're not just using tap water, right? Like this has to be distilled water. So that's probably what it is. I mean, it's not something where we're on a full basis to where we understand every single thing that's going in the bottle. I mean, these are formulations where the chemist gets paid to do the job, and we just there's 100 different formulas we could choose. We tell them the ones that we want because they're the top sellers. And just like you said, it's not a bunch of bogus. I mean, we will have our graphene coming out, but I mean, like our waterless wash, right? It's waterless wash, even though I could say it's SiO2 silica oxide infused ceramic boosted detailer. I could say all this stuff, but
other companies sell the same stuff for like $20, man. So it's $10, and I'm sure everyone that's tried it loves that stuff.
Yeah.
So your window cleaner's safe on tint?
Yeah, safe on tint too.
All right. So Ryan's got a question. He's got 2 items in his cart right now. And besides detail spray, what would you recommend as a third product?
What does he have in his
glass cleaner, interior cleaner, and he needs one more. He likes to buy things in 3s.
Oh man, yeah, I'd probably do the dressing for interior, or the waterless wash is our best seller too.
There you go, Ryan.
That's going to be what I would recommend. Unless you like a wet.
That's an interior dressing, right?
Yeah, so it's interior and exterior dual use. So anything that's black and needs shine, this is going to shine it.
Okay.
Our tire and trim, this is exterior use because it leaves that super wet finish, high gloss.
That one's super shiny.
Like this is going to be the Mac Daddy shine versus this is going to be like showroom.
OEM.
Like not too glossy. And if you want it to get glossier, it's got the cross-linking polymers, so it'll adhere to itself and get glossier the more you apply it. So you can use this.
Make sure, Ryan, you use Mike 10 for a 10% discount too. Don't forget
that too.
Always hustling.
Dashboard, your kick steps, wheel wells. People are using them. Tires, engine bay cover. I mean, anything that needs shine. This guy.
Anything plastic, rubber, the interior. It works great on everything. It's a great product. Or if you want to go a little bit shinier, you can go with this one too.
It looks like he's going to go with interior dressing.
Hell yeah.
And this is the Ryan that is going to be banned from the RAD Garage channel.
You know what, Ryan? You're all right. You might affect you're all right.
He's out.
This is about you. You're pretty
he's out. He might file an appeal, so I might kick him around. All right. I might let him stick around. All right. You know what, guys?
Sorry, one thing I wanted to throw out there.
Go ahead. Any last things? Go ahead.
Yeah, about our 2 trims. So there's a lot of trim shines out there. There's an aerosol can where you can spray black magic all over your wheels or whatever. We don't use oil in any of our shines. And so what oil will do over time is that's what will attract the dust, dirt, and pollen when you're driving down the road. We use water base on both of our shines, our interior shine and our gel. And what that does is it's going to leave a dry finish. Even though it's going to be high gloss, it's going to be a dry finish. You can touch it with your hand and it's not going to come off. So it's not going to hold on to that dust, dirt, and pollen when you're driving around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that. I always see people dressing their engine bays with these, there's all kinds of products. Some of them just, all they do is just act like, almost like fly paper, right? They just hold on to that dirt and dust. It just looks awful. So
yeah, it's like engine oil, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like OEM finish, but I do like shining tires. I'm not going to lie.
Are you guys going to get into compounds, polishers and waxing and all that stuff?
Yeah, eventually, but we want to make sure it's like perfect, So we have to test a bunch of them. We tested like every product. There was like 100 different like formulations that we tested. We were just, we liked it to be perfect. We try to get it as perfect as we can.
And here's the thing: is we've been testing our graphene since the day we've been testing this. So the graphene it's going to be our big focus because it's one of those new things where it's just a race to who's going to make it the biggest thing, right? Just like ceramic coating. Ceramic coating, nobody knew about. There was a lot of skepticism around it. And then once everyone started using it, everyone and their mom wants ceramic coating. Well, I personally think it's going to be the same with graphene ceramics. Some people don't know, but graphite, you bust it down into a graphene oxide. You could put it in any water base, just like you can with silica. So it'll give you the added protection, but it's, the same water-based product that you're usually buying. And with the added protection, we're not going to mark it up. So it's not going to be like, oh, it's got graphene, so now it's $30. I mean, the graphene ceramic coating is going to have its price because it's a 5-year coating. But the bottles to clean your car with the graphene, they're not going to be overpriced. It is something that we put a lot of effort into. We think that the Gorilla Graphene is just the name is just going to ring bells. People are going to want it. And that's where we're going to go with that. So that's kind of why we're not testing the waxes and the polishes and compounds yet. It's just we're so focused on kind of getting this right. And we have the graphene ceramic bottles here. It's just we want to have the full kit ready with gloves and how Detail Box sends you a nice box with full graphic design on it. We want to make it a full thing, and then we'll have a certification for the detailers that are installing it. Unfortunately, it's not just like snap your fingers and it's out there. It's a whole lot of work, but it's going to be nice when it is out there.
Nice.
And what's most important is what is it going to smell like?
Graphene. That's the worst part. That is the worst part. We'll do what we can though.
All right.
I know you guys have done a couple of these mystery boxes things. Are you going to continue doing the mystery boxes and have like little kits, like interior kits, exterior kits, and stuff like that? Are you guys going to continue doing that?
Yeah. So we've been just so wrapped up. Our products were supposed to hit a while back, and unfortunately, the supply chain is completely jacked up for anyone operating a business, not just us, but we're the little guys. So we kind of get the wink, but it's crazy because, we got our products in Thursday. We were up all night bottling them. Friday, we're shipping them out. Saturday, we're shipping them out. Sunday, we're doing this. And then, we're going to go back to the drawing board, but there's a lot, man. There's a lot to do.
Yeah. Funny, as soon as Mike mentioned mystery box, Fred logged in.
Oh yeah, the mystery box.
Fred from Glove Boxes here.
And he hears box, BOX, and he's like, "Oh God."
The plan with the mystery box is to do them at least once a month, and to keep people interested, And then we're gonna do our daily driver kit, the weekend warrior kit. We got a couple kits that are planned out, and it should be fun.
Well, I'm not in a position to give anyone advice, but can I give you some advice?
We love it.
Don't do what some companies do and put out 17 products that all have the same same purpose, right? Like that.
Oh, that's what I meant. No, yeah.
No, I know. I didn't mean for anything that you said, but I'm just thinking of certain other companies that might.
Yeah. No, that was our thing, and it was like, if we're gonna be a big player in this industry, what needs to change, right? And so we were doing that the whole 6 months that we were testing products out and building the website. We're looking at everyone's bad reviews and figuring out what these guys are dropping the ball on.
Interesting.
So let me ask you this: how would you compare yourself to the smaller guys like Lithium, Ethos, Detail Firm? The smaller companies. How do you think you guys are comparing yourself to them at the moment?
We honestly haven't thought about it.
So that's my thing is I'm such a competitive person that I do not compete with the small guys. I'm competing with in my head, I'm competing with your big guys, chemical guys,
Adams,
McGuire's. Like, these are the guys personally in my head that I'm competing with.
Gotcha.
What are other guys? I know they're out there, but what I think is different is that this is our baby, right? Like, this is not just, oh, hey, we built a ton of other businesses, let's build a business. This is,
we're 100%
we can change our lives if we go all in on one thing. And thankfully, it's a product that we can sell and people are going to love and use again and again and again. That was the biggest thing. I don't know, man. I feel bad for some people because there's just this. It's a fresh aspect. I don't know if I told you guys, but I'd never even really used a detail product until I met Jorge a year ago. Okay. My thing was always just sales. I've been car sales since I was 18 years old. So 18 to 26 was, 7 days a week, 0 to 0, you're commission based. So if you're not selling a car, you're not making any money. And it was crazy because before I started selling cars, they were like, hey, do you want to detail cars and work your way up? And I'm like, hell no, man. And I met Jorge and he's like, dude, well, actually we had a customer come in and we're like, dude, that thing is clean, bro. What products are you using? And he tells us what he's using. And it was like, man, that's some crazy stuff. And it was like, dude, what if we could like get soaps and rebottle the soaps and stuff? And next thing you know, we come across the manufacturer for the soaps, and somehow literally everything fell in place, and here we are, And like I said, I'm not even thinking about competing with anyone. I think the biggest on this. I think, it's like if I put everything into it, we could be the biggest person, the biggest brand. So that's where we're at.
So definitely got the winning attitude, boys. Definitely.
I got one tough question. So your third-party chemists, who else do they sell to?
We don't know. It's kind of a nice relationship where they're not telling us all the people they're manufacturing to. We're not telling them all the people we're trying to be like or whatever, like there's certain things that are done by certain companies that are great. And we're trying to take every aspect of the great, add our own twists, and see how we can come out with in the end. But it's kind of a secret, bro. Like we don't really get to know who they're manufacturing for. I mean, you kind of know the big names because there's just no way around it. So we're in there the other day picking our stuff up, and there's probably, I would say like 5 or 6 semi trucks at the delivery, shipping and receiving, doing only pickups. Mm-hmm. And they're dropping, they're doing 240-gallon drums and 55-gallon drums. And it's not just cleaning products. They also manufacture for, it's not just car detailing products. They also manufacture for home cleaning products or hair care and, all that stuff. So,
but it is very specific. They ask you what you want. You sit down with them and they're like, hey, I want to make this. I want to make it this way. And then they try to make it work with you. It's not all the same stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Mike, it doesn't take a genius to know what you're getting at.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
But the thing is, if I wanted to start a detail company and I am not a chemist and I don't have my own laboratory because I'm just a guy with a double garage, you go to those that produce chemicals, and for you guys, it sounds like you're looking for the mix and you're looking for working, and they're working with you back and forth, trying things.
Yep.
That's amazing, actually. I would love to learn more about that whole. If I could become an expert in something, it would be in how these products come to market.
Yeah.
I'd love to know more, but you gave us a pretty good little insight there. Thank you.
There's plenty to be done, It's not just car detailing, it's the whole manufacturing side. I know a lot of detailers will not a lot of them, some of them, they'll throw shade, was like, oh, well, you're manufactured by this person. Well, it's like, you think about it, the manufacturers have been in business longer than the business itself. So you tell me how that person's the manufacturer, right? But the biggest thing is we've been working hard on getting wheel brushes and microfiber towels. It's not just the detail product. You've got to find all the other stuff. And then here's the thing, our sprayers. The only reason we changed sprayers is because the first sprayers were, we would send out 100 of them and 2 of them would have problems on the wheel cleaners. So then it's like, okay, well, we have to find a new manufacturer for the wheel cleaners because that's not going to work anymore. Or I'm sorry, for the sprayers, because that's not going to work anymore, But we do have the best chemicals, and that's just, That's where the brand retention is going to stay. And it's up to us to go out there and get new people to fall in love with the brand.
Yeah, and there's been so many times where people were like, "Oh, here's a sample bottle, take it," and then like a couple weeks later they make an order and they're like, "Oh, this thing works great. Like it's better than anything I've ever used. Like I'm gonna keep using this," and they order from us. So I feel like it is pretty much working, everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
What's Mike doing? Mike's trying to figure out.
I'm looking at something because I remember you saying something earlier. You're trying to be eco-friendly and earth-friendly, but I was trying to see if you guys had an earth-friendly sticker on your label, and I didn't see one there.
No, because when I do that, I want it to be completely earth-friendly. So when we take it, we have an eco-friendly conscience, right? Like every bottle other than the bottle that the wheel cleaner's in, this is the only one. But these ones are all PET material, so it's partially recycled. Same thing with the sprayers, PET material. I want to do a special package actually, and it was something where we were like, do we do it on the whole brand or do we do a special drop? And so it's going to be hard to do this September, but we want to do a special drop every September because that's Harambe month. And so if we do a special drop every September, what we do is get a fully recycled bottle, even if it's not clear, right? Fully recycled bottle. Even the label, like I want that to be fully recycled. Like, and when I'm talking about that, like eco-friendly, they like using paper material instead of plastic. Because when you mix paper and plastic together, that's when they're like, oh, well, this is recyclable, but this is trash. So it really
does that
whole thing all together. Who does it?
Detail firm.
Detail firm.
Yeah, they'll ship out with paper wrapping, and all this stuff is like just an example. Even their nozzle is recyclable. There's no metal even in their sprayer.
Yeah.
Even all their stuff's plastic.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know who's behind that brand, but it seems like, and that's actually one of the companies that I was thinking about. It seems like they had the whole layout before they even tried getting into detailing brand, because they have not too big of an establishment on social media, but they're fully verified. You have a shop, you have everything. And it's like, dude, we have the same thing. We're selling the same thing you're selling, but for some reason
he does have a detail business in addition to that.
Okay. Yeah, that's the things I don't know. And that's why I do like the detail community, is because you can find out pretty quickly if you ask.
Yeah, Brandon is the main guy at Detail Firm. Brandon, we've had him on our show before. And
I've seen he even takes it to where he's putting the I don't know if it's like glass cleaner or interior cleaner or what, but it looks like he's putting it in a wine box.
Yeah,
cardboard wine box.
Yep,
I love the branding. I do. I really admire his brand, but that's personally to me, that's super high end luxury where Gorillas you're every freaking day. And people still kind of think of this as a premium product. And it's like, yeah, it's a premium product, but it's not a premium price. So you could still use it every day on whatever car you're washing.
Yeah. And one of the questions that you guys both answered was, what did you like that's happening in the detailing world? One thing that I really like is that there seems to be room for these brands and they can all succeed.
Yeah.
And Bill at Lithium, he spoke to this last week. He's worked with other brands, helped them out, given them tips and vice versa. As it all comes down to the consumer, you can look behind Mike there. He's got one product from, I think, 12 different brands, and that's only 2 shelves of his garage.
Yeah.
We don't like brand loyalty where for me, it's like if you have a quality brand, look at this. Now what's interesting is those are all wheel cleaners from Chemical Guys.
Oh God. Yeah.
He has all 59 of their wheel cleaners, but I'd like to add you guys to my arsenal. I have about 10 brands that they're in my arsenal. So I'll have to, after this, we'll have to connect.
Wait till they make another mystery box thing and then do it then.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Mike. I got to fly in my.
All right, mystery box going live tonight.
Make sure you use the code Mike10 for 10% off of that. Hey, so let me ask you, for 10% off of that. Hey, so let me ask you, I have one suggestion though. When you did your mystery box bucket, I think the 5-gallon bucket's too big. I think you should have the smaller 3.5-gallon bucket to do your bucket style mystery box next layout, because it's 5-gallon buckets is too big.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Same for us. It's just getting what we could get our hands on, right? So
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like I put the sticker on the bucket myself, like every single one of them. So, or
that's why mine's like this.
What was it? What'd you call it?
Sideways, right?
I put the decal on there.
That's right. That's right.
Well, soon we actually did get off the phone not too long ago with a company that manufactures the buckets and can get the label completely printed on there for us. But the problems are, with the manufacturing side of things is just the minimum orders, right? Like they want 2,000 buckets at $10 a bucket. I mean, Jesus, dude, that's a lot of money, So with us, we'd rather have the bottle to sell you instead of the bucket. But we had a lot of requests for the bucket, so we went out and got that one. But it is something that we'll definitely take down the line and do a smaller bucket.
Yeah. I mean, the more we grow, the more stuff we can sell. Again, we don't want to sell like BS items, but yeah, we'll try to get everything that we can.
At the pace you're going, just theoretically, if you're to sustain the pace that you are selling now, how long would it take for you to get out of the garage and into a shop?
I don't know, man.
That's the hard part, right?
Yeah.
It's like how much
you can't work out of the garage forever because you're going to run out of space.
We got 2 garages.
We're already out of space. But it's like, I mean, we're selling $10 bottles, right? So how many bottles do we have to sell to not work out of the garage, right?
Yeah, hopefully our goal, I mean, for me at least, I would try to, have a place by like maybe next summer or something. That would be great. But
yeah, so and we'll go over it. We've got our goals set for this year, right? But next summer, I really do think that we're going to be on a whole nother level.
I mean, you could probably have like a storefront where you can actually sell your product at the store, but in back have, your setup of stuff.
And yeah, and we want to get like a couple, professional detailers there too, because that'll pay the bill. Do some detailing with our products out of the shop. That'll pay our bill, and then it's just all it is getting the space. And right now, it's getting the inventory because we have the demand. Well, I mean, we had it.
Colorado's an expensive place.
It goes up and down.
Everything's freaking expensive out here.
Yeah.
Come to California once it's expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
Come to Canada, both of you.
Oh, top.
No. Here's the people in Canada.
Pinkies up, yeah, because everything's $1 million.
Yeah.
Pinkies up when they drink their stuff.
This boring office chair I'm sitting in, $6,500.
Jeez.
That door behind me, $300,000.
I'm sitting in $5, bro.
See, up in Canada, that's a $5,000 chair.
my $500 chair.
That Vyper.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the Vyper chair.
Don't get excited. I have one on the way.
Okay.
Yep, I got mine first.
That's why we have to get a shop so we can get our own Vyper chair.
I've never been peer pressured into something the way I was peer pressured into the Vyper.
No. He wasn't peer pressured. This is what he did on a live stream one night.
You told me you would be.
Whoever donates to me, I will go buy a Vyper chair. All of a sudden, he gets like $10, $20 donations, and he's like, "Well, I guess I don't know if I should buy one or not." And it's like, the cheap chair is $200. We just gave you.
I was just going to
no pressure.
Pay my mortgage off. All right. Well, listen, guys, we're at the holy smokes. We're almost at the 2-hour mark for our 1-hour interview.
Yeah.
I got to thank you guys, and I got to say I'm really inspired by your spirit and your grit and your vision.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about these interviews is I'm using you guys to sort of help me drive up my inner entrepreneurship. And it looks like you want to say something about your detail spray here just as we go.
Oh no, I'm just putting it out there. No, and that's the thing, man, is and we know it. Everybody wants to do the same thing we're doing, and we want to be that extra motivation. Like if you don't give up, you could do it, right? Thankfully, we didn't have to outsource for the graphic design, and like we weren't making it a full, mandatory thing to where we had to have every like our eco-friendly bottle, right? Like personally, it's super eco-friendly to us compared to a lot of competitors, but then there's more ways to get even more eco-friendly. You can't stop just because it's not 100%, like the most eco-friendly brand out there. You just gotta go.
Yeah.
Just gotta
and
go.
that's for pretty much like any company you're trying to do. Just roll with it and see what happens. I mean, worst case scenario, you're right where you started.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So next Sunday, I'm just letting everyone know it's in the chat right now. Next Sunday, we'll have Total Auto Solutions for the month of September. We'll have Chicago Auto Pros, Gian, and 𝗟𝗏𝗧𝗢 Auto Detailing. He's a YouTuber. Those are the 4 people we're going to have in September. So next Sunday will be our next live, Total Auto Solutions. And XYZ, he loves everything about Gorilla.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got a crush on you guys, I think, and that's good. That's what you want.
And one other question somebody had is PPF. Is your stuff friendly on PPF?
Yes. Yeah. Paint protection film. Yep. Sure is.
All right.
Yeah, and just follow us on Instagram, guys. We try to.
And the links to their Instagram is in the description. The links to the website is in the description. I didn't forget this time like I did the bill last week. You can use code Mike10, get 10% off. If you use RAD10, you'll get extra 10% added on your bill. And
You son of a gun.
I'm just kidding on that part. Sounded good.
It is weird you have a discount code and I don't, though.
Oh, I've already worked on that.
We got to get you on that.
Mike's always hustling. Like Mike makes people think he's always detailing cars and he's always at his day job, but actually he's just hustling on the internet day in, day out.
Hey,
Good
just like how Matt, you gotta keep hustling until you're satisfied. Until you're satisfied, the hustle's gotta go. Yep.
Hustle's gotta go. All right. Well, hey, you guys stick around.
Almost.
We're gonna end this broadcast, but Matt and Jorge, can you stick around a little bit and we'll chat behind scenes and we'll talk about all the things Mike said that was wrong?
Yeah, everything.
Nice.
All right, we'll see y'all next Sunday, everyone.
Stay rad, everybody.